Hello everybody, welcome to a brand new Let's Play series in Hearts for Kaiserreich. Today we are going to be playing as the Bharatiya Commune with the brand new borders, which I mean are not brand new. I think at this point they're probably a few months old. I actually don't remember when they've changed this. But it's been, I think, a few years since we played as the Bharatiya Commune, so you know, why not give it another little shot here? So Kaiserreich, Legacy of the Weltkrieg. The WWII, president of the International Congress and head of the Calcutta government, has begun to feel the strain of the advanced age creeping ever nearer. With his British lapdogs and Lahore re-emerging as a serious contender for the mantle of Raj's legal successor, and the Burmese monarchy rattled by student protests and strikes, Raj concluded the government of Free India will have to be refitted and reorganized if we are to keep up with the development of their neighboring rivals. And as such, he has decided to step down from his position within the year. Raj's resignation marks a potential end to his compromised government, the merge after the Indian Civil War, with both Gandhi's agrarians and Subhas Chandra Bose's Maximus longing for a definitive influence within the Congress and the Calcutta government as a whole. So, when we played the Bharatiya Commune, at this point, it must have been like 3 years ago, I would say at this point, we played as... we played as Gandhi. We tried to do like the peaceful unification, which I'm assuming I think has actually been removed. But I remember at Dominion India, if they went social democratic and you went Gandhi, I don't know if it's in here still. But there was a ever so slight chance, actually it is still in here, but it's you could theoretically peacefully unify India. It's just like impossible to actually get that done. Because it relies on the Entente agreeing to give up the Indian government to the socialists, which I guess doesn't really... They probably wouldn't say yes to that. Because it relies on Canada agreeing to the transfer, not the Indian government itself. So, I mean, the AI, I think, just always says no. So let's go with established central command, 100 political power first and foremost. So, as the Bharatiya Commune, we are currently starting with, 27 factories. Is way better than I had anticipated us to have. So I'm glad for that. What do we want to build? Let's just go with... Well, you know, actually, military makes sense. Because India is one of the few areas where war can break out pretty quickly. So you want to prepare for, you know, a war happening even within a year, even. So let's get Bose as our field marshal. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. It's either Bose or like Bose. I'm not too sure. I'm sure somebody will correct me. So Brown Army, we're going to have you kind of move your way over to here. Red Army, we're going to have you guys deploy your way down into the South Prince Federation. And for our research slots, what do we want? We want our basics here. Machine tools, construction speed, as well as research speed. Get our Army Navy experience. How many trains do we have right now? 39 actually is not bad. We're at 20% stability, 20% war support. Our political power is pretty bad. We're at negative 78 to begin with, which is very, very nice. So we're not going to worry about you. We're not going to worry about you. We probably don't worry about any of these, to be quite honest, at least for now. The most cordial letter to Mr. Mosley. In London, Oswald Mosley has, alongside a great number of revolutionary European dignitaries, proclaimed a new socialist doctrine uniting the most extreme and militant left-wing personalities on the continent behind the idea of totalitarian socialism. With its belief in the economy controlled by the state, the total involvement of revolutionary vanguard in internal affairs, and the importance of the state in reversing socialism, most of these new theses have greatly impressed Subhas Chandra Bose, the great martial leader of the Indian Revolution. While Bose's enthusiasm for his coronation of revolutionary ideology has greatly worried his opponents within the Calcutta government. Nevertheless, Bose now sends regards and supports his new doctrine of Commune Mosley, stressing the need for cooperation between Calcutta and London in the proletarian struggle for the dissolution of the capitalist system of murder and robbery. Well, I haven't actually decided which way exactly we're going to go. I know we're not going to go down the Gandhi path because that is the path that I took years ago. Maybe we'll go totalist here. Maybe we'll just stay with the syndicalist. I do know if you go totalist, there is a chance that there's a revolution, which I think depends on these two here. I think if you do the purge, there's the agrarian revolt. So maybe we'll just like rouse the masses. Total war. Political organization. It's a negative 20, and then it goes up by plus 30, so it's a plus 10 basically. Stability, war support, more war support here. We get 2 divisions. I mean, that's 10% organization, 10% recovery rate. The leader cost is kind of garbage, to be honest. Like, I don't really care about that too much. Recovery rate plus 10%. I mean, I'm a fan of recovery rate. You'd be a plus 10. You'd be a plus 10 as well. So essentially that works out to be the same. It's really just like, do I want plus 10% organization? You do give a 5% recruit population. And as India, when you have a how many people live in India right now? 209 million? And that's not including our other Dominion of India and the Prince of Federation. 5% can make a pretty sizable difference. Okay, capitalist economies have collapsed. That's the same event every syndicalist country gets. I'm not going to worry about that too much. Okay, let's go organization first. Never mind, we'll not because I don't have any command power. Our war support is just not very good. Oh, Russia's going into a civil war as well. Okay, so we're going to have an ally in the region. Okay. At some point, I think it's in here after we unify India, we will be able to join. I think this one. I think the place of Red Raj is what allows us to join the International, which of course we're going to do basically as soon as we possibly can. Once we unify India. So for final showdown, we need 15% world tension. Oh, and then you can just declare war right away. You used to have a certain amount of. You need to used to have a certain amount of troops deployed. Now you can just do it immediately. So that's interesting to see for sure. Electronics research. You happen next year. So let's go for new industries next. The Qing are completely collapsing. Fantastic. Interesting. We're already almost at 15% war support. So the idea that maybe we could go to war, probably against the Dominion of India, 17 to 31, 6 to 32. We're at 41. So we do have more units than either of the other two factions, but chances are that combined, you know, together they do have more troops than we do. So that's something that we do need to be aware of. We have a few more days on you. And where do you lead after this? Greece from China. When the ship the Kuomintang landed in the Calcutta port, all the revolutionary forces in the east had their eyes focused on this red city. And it's the first meeting place between the leaders of the Bharatiya Commune and the Kuomintang senior leadership. Of course, it's not the first contact between the two sides. It's back when the Northern Expedition failed. Several KMT senior generals back came to India as advisors. During this meeting, Kuomintang also explicitly asked them to return to their homeland to join the revolution. Obviously, China needs revolutionary power more than us. Well, I mean, I'll take the 5 political power. I'm never going to say no to that. So you get some infrastructure here. 1 free railroad. You get more railroads as well. 8 oil is also looking pretty tempting as well. What do you give us? Trucks. Max planning. 1 cost reduction. Research upgrades. Again, research I've never been like such a huge fan of. I find them kind of I'm not going to say meaningless, but almost every time we have more research slots than we know what to do with by the end of the game. So that's why I've never really worried about that too much. I mean, getting the army experience gain, getting cheaper doctrines would be nice for sure. But also getting our way down to these 3 military factories, 3 civilian factories. I think we just focus on industry for now. And I am wondering, like, when do we want to invade either side? Do we have enough troops on here? Yeah, you're green. It looks like Red Army should be green as well. I think we really just start the wars between the Dominion and the Prince of Federation basically as soon as we possibly can. I genuinely don't think there's a reason to delay this for any reasonable amount of time. Do you have guns? Well, we are missing 15,000 rifles, so that might be is that how they nerf us? They just don't give us enough guns? How long will this take to 594 days, huh? Yeah, we'll have women. Congratulations, you're allowed to serve in the revolution. Even though I think allowing women to join the revolution is kind of the worst of the two options. It's the feel-good option. But trading 1% stability for 10 political power would be is kind of just absurd. Okay, the Internationale. We can either go British or French. You give us fighters, you give us guns. Well, I need guns more than I need fighters, so we're probably going to go with the French here. So you will be finished in 2 days. After this, we're going to, we're going to seek aid from the French. Give us the army experience. Give us, research bonuses as well. Even though I just said that they're not my favorite choice when I'm making a choice in the focus trees, it's still always nice to have. Like, I'm never going to say no to a research upgrade. But I'm really here for the 2,000 infantry equipment and the 100 artillery. So we have 202 artillery pieces already. Is that enough for me to throw them... 24 of you, 14 of you. Is that enough for me just to throw this in here? We only been missing 82, and we're going to be getting 100 off of the focus with France. So this actually works out perfectly fine. Okay, we're going to follow you up, concentrate industry 1. Give me my factory output, please, because we need as many guns as we can get our hands on. I'm actually thinking we go like this. Just more rifles. Because we don't need the artillery. We're going to be getting that off our focus. Support equipment is more of a nice to have. Indo-Chinese tragedy. Well, you know, let's wait a few days. So I can get up to 150. Okay, we've gotten our aid from France. Thank you. Can I go up to... Yeah, early mobilization. Follow that up by sending help to the Vietnamese. If we can get Germany out of Asia, I think that would be beneficial to us. Because who's our main targets? Who's our main opponents this game? It's going to be the rest of India. So, you know, the Entente by extension of that. The Germans, due to their positions in Ceylon and in Asia. And, of course, the Japanese. So Japan, Germany, and the Entente are our main opponents here. And because Russia's going to be going socialist, the Internationale is also going to be hostile towards the Japanese due to Transimir. So everything just aligns perfectly, is basically what I'm trying to get at here. And also Burma might end up joining with the Japanese as well, and we can invade them through you. I mean, we can invade Thailand as well. And Thailand always joins the Japanese. I don't think I've ever seen a game where Thailand says no to the Japanese alliance. The Philippines, I've seen them say no. Vietnam, I've seen them say no. Burma said no. Siam always says yes. And I'm not too sure why. I'm guessing there's like Japan needs at least one ally all the time. So that's kind of like the pre-programmed ally is Siam. Which, I mean, compared to, you know, Philippines, Burma, Vietnam, I would choose Siam. It's got to be the biggest country. We'll take our weapons here. Thank you. Okay. Ooh, even more. Ooh, 5% organization. Bunch of research bonuses. I will not say no to that. Thank you very much. And you know what? We're going to go mass assault. I mean, we are playing as India. We will have a massive fuck off army we can send to Japan. We can send to into, you know, Indonesia. We can send to Russia to support the Eastern Front against Germany in the future. All of this works out very, very well in our favor. Because at some point, the Socialist Republic should end up winning. I mean, it's almost guaranteed. Do you have a penalty? Peasant, economic depression. Yeah, basically, you've got a lot of penalties. Russia, the Socialists have no penalties, so they're just never actually going to win. So we went from 600 days. We're now down to 309. Okay, fantastic. One of the most diligent early Indian revolutionaries, Bakani Restaurant Kama, passed away today whilst recuperating from a fever. Having unfurled the first Indian national flag at the surrogate of the International Social Conference in 1907, Madame Kame enjoyed great prestige among both domestic as well as international revolutionaries. Look, I don't need stability, okay? Okay, and there is the war against Indonesia, so I do want to support the revolution there if I can. So let us send you, the 1st Rifle Division, over to Saigon. And we're basically just going to station them in Saigon. Just try to stop German naval invasions from hitting into the city. It's really about the best thing you could do to support the Indo-Chinese Revolution. Is just station one unit in Saigon. It works well most of the time. Okay, concentrated industry. One's now finished. I don't want to... You're two ahead of time. But you're not. I'll take you. Okay, our reinforcements have arrived. We're basically just going to station in Saigon. Give me my best defense general. And this time, you should be pretty good there, I would say. I'm not going to move them around too much. They're really just there for the defense of Saigon. What are we at? We are at 16. We could start immediately going to the final showdown. And like I've said, like I just said, I'm gonna take it. I think we just want to start the wars as early as possible. But the question is, do we hit India or the Princely Federation first? We're looking at 7-34 versus 5-44. I'm pretty sure whatever side I attack, the other side is going to join in on the fight. So if we push our way into Princely Federation, I'm sure the Dominion... God damn it. I should have realized that if world tension dropped below 15... Yeah, Finland joined the Reichspakt, which kind of screwed our stuff up. But that's okay. We'll just we'll just get aid from the British. That'll work out still in our favor. So I think, at least for now, this is going to be a good time for us to end out this episode. What we're going to be doing into the future, because I know you're going to be like, this is like a 17-minute video. What the fuck is up with that? I want to start going back to the old way that we did content on this channel, which is that we did 2 shorter videos per series per day, as opposed to one 20-minute video. We'll probably do like 2 15 to 18-minute videos instead. So that's going to be kind of the plan moving forward. And I want to be live streaming some more recordings, which, like I said, it helps me a lot make videos. So we're going to be doing that at some point. Probably tomorrow morning. If you're watching this on Wednesday. And by Wednesday, I mean today's Thursday. So Friday morning, we'll be doing some early morning live streams to do some YouTube recordings. So tune in for that. But for now, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, a thumbs up. Not enjoying, a thumb down. You want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.